Valley News Live at 4.
We begin with breaking news. Fargo police say that 58-year-old Roberto Garcia has been arrested in St. Paul. Now, Garcia was arrested by the North Star Fugitive Task Force and is currently in U.S. Marshals custody. Garcia was arrested on warrants for manslaughter and aggravated assault for his involvement in the death of 53-year-old Cirilo Sostieta Contreras, who was found dead on August 14th in Fargo. And we're approaching 4 o'clock right now, so we want to send things over to Summer Schnellbach. Summer, looking at our sky cam right now, things are looking a little bit cloudy.
That's right, Bobby. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We had a few peaks of sunshine earlier this afternoon, but you can see that cloud deck has started to settle in even more. This is our Grand Forks Home of Economy Skycam. And looking at satellite and radar, you can see over the last 2-3 hours those clouds drifting in from the west and even across parts of northeastern North Dakota, seeing a little bit of rain. Not all of it making it to the surface, and it's very light. We do have more rain up to the north and west, where you see some of those darker greens and even those yellows up in Canada. That's where most of the rain is right now, but our rain chances will be increasing starting overnight tonight. Let's take a look at temperatures right now. 68 in Roseau, Langdon, and Devil's Lake. A cool 64 in Bemidji. 74 right now here in Fargo and Grand Forks. Look at the heat down to the south with a warm front that's sitting just across northern South Dakota. 92 degrees in Aberdeen, 83 in Sisseton. For tonight in Fargo, we will continue to see those fairly cloudy skies. Temperatures not dropping off too much through the overnight hours, but we will have increasing chances for some showers and even some thunderstorms overnight here in the metro, and not just here, but scattered across North Dakota and Minnesota. So coming up in a little bit, we'll walk through your hour-by-hour forecast, when and where to expect some rain and some thunderstorms. And Bobby, just how many more chances we have for rain and thunder in the upcoming forecast?
Yeah, so definitely have those ponchos on standby for quite a while. Summer,
right.
Thank you so much. Well, a Wilson man led multiple agencies on a chase overnight that ended in a field. Now, this happened just before 11:30 last night, and West Fargo police attempted to stop a vehicle for a traffic violation near Cheyenne High School. The man fled into Cass County, where sheriffs put out vehicle spikes, bringing that vehicle to a stop on a gravel road. Then the man fled on foot into a field where officers had to use a drone and thermal imaging to find him. Officers took 48-year-old Sean Galusha, into custody, and Galusha is facing several charges, including fleeing, driving under suspicion, and an arrest warrant for a parole violation. But more charges are possible. And on to the Arthur Colley trial. The defense has rested its case. The jury heard from Colley's sister today, and the state rebutted with new witnesses. Stay with Valley News Live at 6 o'clock for more information on the trial. An accused hitman for a Mexican drug cartel is back in North Dakota to face federal charges nearly 11 years after he was apprehended in Tijuana. Juan Silas Rocha is charged with conspiracy to commit murder for a continuing criminal enterprise. Authorities allege he is a top lieutenant for the Felix cartel, which smuggled cocaine, marijuana, and other drugs into the United States for years. That cartel was a longtime competitor of the Sinaloa cartel, led by notorious drug kingpin Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. Police say Silas Rocha once boasted to authorities that he killed up to 30 people a month during the game's prime in Tijuana. Gunfire in downtown Duluth sent 2 people to the hospital. Police say that the shooting yesterday evening took place a few blocks north of the popular Canal Park area and the Lake Superior Lift Bridge. Now, a family who lives in that area told reporters that they heard many gunshots in rapid succession. Now, the victims suffered non-life-threatening injuries, and the shooting is still under investigation. And while this may sound like a joke, it's actually not, and health experts are saying that it's serious. They say that someone brought a rabid raccoon into Maddock, North Dakota, into a bar on September 6th, and anyone who came into contact with the animal's saliva needs to go see a doctor and be tested for rabies. Maddock is about 40 minutes away from Devil's Lake. Rabies has a nearly 100% fatality rate. And today is the last day for the 16th annual Tip a Cop event in the state. From 5 to 9, law enforcement from dozens of agencies and Special Olympics North Dakota athletes are partnering to serve the public at Applebee's restaurants. They'll greet you, wait on tables, and let you know about their program. The whole goal of the event is to raise awareness and, of course, tip money to benefit Special Olympics North Dakota. And beginning today, traffic is closed on 18th Street South between 26th and Half Avenue South and 27th Avenue South. Now, traffic will be detoured via 22nd Street South, and the road closure will allow for the completion of storm sewer repairs. But this section of 18th Street South is expected to be fully reopened by the end of the day on Friday.